Hi everyone, and thank you for clicking on the video. I hope it blesses you, and if it does, please share it with someone else. And this page was specifically created as a place of healing, as a place of restoration. And together, if you were able to get something, give it to someone else as well. So I'm going to tell you something I think is important, and I'm going to use myself as an example. And that thing is, you never know what somebody is going through. You never know. And I know that for some people, that's not the first time they've heard that expression. But let me give you an example. About quite a couple of years ago, I started getting these pains and I became ill. When I got pregnant, it got better, but after my last born was born, it just was worse. I went through operation after operation, and when I came back home, I thought in the beginning was just the swelling, but only to realize that I was actually picking up weight. I was beginning to pick up weight. And I grew up as a model. Yeah. And I'm saying that only so that you can understand my mindset, because after I got married, I picked up weight and I just lost my mind. I just went quickly and tried to get through and just get rid of the weight. After I had my first child, I put myself through that again, the second and the third. I put myself, and now that I'm older, I realize that, there was just no need for me to do that to myself, but that's news for another day. So I was going through that and seeing these changes in me that was so uncomfortable, that was just so depressing. And it was just something in that it's this is the illness, it's the changes in my body, is the effects of the illness on my family and everyone that I come in contact with, the people that I'm supposed to help. As a counselor, I couldn't do my job as well as I wanted to do, and that affected me greatly. Now, whenever I met people that I hadn't seen in a little while, the first thing, that they would say to me is, "Whoa, why have you let yourself go? No, 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 no. We won't allow this to happen." Some were joking and some were very, very serious, offering me some real, solutions like, you need to take this product and you need to start doing this and that, and you need to gym and do all of that. Mind you, I was already doing all of that. I've always been a gym fanatic. As a matter of fact, in my house, we have a mini gym. We have equipment in the house. Because of COVID, we had to increase so that, because for my health, I have to exercise. Just period, for my health and also for my mental health, for me to be mentally strong. I have to exercise. And I am now eating vegan, and that was not by choice. It's because of what was happening in my body, that my body was rejecting other foods that I used to enjoy. So, and within the veganism, I don't eat everything either. And so when you meet people and they think they know what's going on with you, and they think that they have the ultimate solutions, it's very, very frustrating. And that's why I'm making an example with myself. But it is a very, very serious matter, because you find that people come across other people who will immediately just tell them about themselves, not knowing what is happening with that person. And because that was already causing me to be depressed, the illness was causing depression, was causing me to be depressed. Now, all those things. For the longest time, I didn't want to take pictures and post them on social media because I looked different. I just didn't like myself because I didn't know I could look that different. That's not the person that I was used to seeing. I didn't even know how to dress for the body that I had, because I'm a type of person now who believes that dress for the body that you have today. That's something that I've come to learn. But, in the beginning, I didn't even know that. So the frustration, and then on top of that, getting all that feedback. But that was not the most important thing. That people were just, making comments. It was the fact that not one person, not one of them ever asked, how are you doing? How are you doing? And I'm not talking about, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thanks, how are you? No, not the greeting, I'm fine, thank you. But girl, I see, you are different now. Is everything okay? Not one person. And so this video today is to encourage everyone to when you meet or when you see someone that you know and you observe difference, like something different in them. It could be the attitude that this person would never say something like that to me or to another person. This person is not, one who would just want to sleep all day. This person, why suddenly are they a life of the party? I have known them for a while, and this is new to me. And trust me, the simple how are you will make a difference, because what that says is, I see you. I'm not just looking at you, but I see you, and I recognize that something is happening with you. And if it's not someone whom you are close to, someone who can take you behind the curtain, who will share those deep things with you, it's also advisable to just, if you are concerned, just say, if you need to talk, I know someone, just offer up a solution. If you need to talk or something, here is someone's number, or I know somebody that you can talk to. And this is not based on the only just what's on the outside, because as I said in the beginning, I would find that people would just comment on what was on the outside, not knowing what was happening on the inside. However, when you now offer up a solution, the solution comes from a place of, I see you. I see whatever I'm looking at. Sometimes you'll see that this person is now very puffy in the face, and they're kind of picking up some weight, and that could be a sign that they're self-medicating, that they're depressed and they're going through something. And because they're self-medicating, it shows on the outside. So what you are talking to is not, why is your face like this? But hi, how are you? But how are you really? Like you, not just what you look like, but you. How are you doing? And it's also very important to remember that we all have different coping mechanisms. And that when somebody tells you that, I am so depressed because of this, or I am so stressed out because of this and that we refrain from judging, because what to you might be something that you could easily get over, to someone that would be something that It could be something that is so heavy because we don't all have the same coping mechanisms. God has made us so differently that for others, they're able to carry it. And so you need to be able to say to someone, your pain is valid. Your concerns and your stresses, they are valid. If someone says, this is stressing me out, we need to have the ability to say, okay, that's how you feel. And your feelings are valid. And people's feelings should be valid. And for us as Christians to refrain from judging in terms of maybe you're not praying enough. Maybe if you were to spend more time with God. Sometimes the times that I have been in most pain, it is the times that I was spending time with God the most. And I believe that it is for that reason that I was able to come out of it. However, it wasn't because I was not going through that because I wasn't close to God. I was going through it with God. So the thing of saying, no, I think maybe you need to pray more. How's your relationship with God and all that? And that might as well be factors that when we move away from God, we give the devil a chance. But you need to know first, you have to get to a place where you understand that, okay, so this is happening because of that. And that is only if a person lets you in and say, okay, you can, comment on what's happening. And the Bible says we tell the truth in love. Go to people who will tell you the truth, not those who go along to get along. They are your friends. Friends whom this one you just want to laugh with. This one you can talk about certain things with. This is the person I can talk certain things with. And if you don't have anybody that you can be yourself with, that you can share your good, your bad, and your ugly with, it's time to do a self-assessment. And I know that God will put someone in your life to be that to you. You just need to look around, and it could be, our pain might just put a filter, and you might be thinking that everyone is the same because of things that have happened to you. And I know that when you meet people who have been rejected a lot in their lives, you see how defensive they become before they are even rejected in a situation. Let me talk about in a church situation. If a person has been rejected where they come from in their church, you find that already when they come to your church, before anything, whenever something happens, they already think that you're going to reject them. They already think that, they will say that before you say it because they don't want you to say it first, or someone else to say it first. So that is their self-defense mechanism, even though they do not know. So if you don't have anybody, pray that God shows you, gives you someone who will be like your Naomi and Ruth, someone who will love you when you are good and when you're not so good, and someone who will stand with you. And that's it from me for today. I hope this was a blessing to you. And just remember, if you forget anything I said, you never know what someone is going through. So rushing into judging based on only what you see, it's not a really good idea. Have a wonderful day.